Here we go again. Day 8 of the Dallas Cowboys training camp practices are officially in the books. And we got a lot of news, notes, highlights, observations to kind of discuss in this video as we watch on to a CeeDee Lamb one-on-one versus Deron Bland, who just gets beat trying to guess a route. Guesses wrong, and CeeDee makes the catch. But before we dive into the video, I do want to give a massive shout out here to Joseph Hoyt. He does such a good job keeping us updated with everything that's going on here at practice, with the news, notes, but more importantly, the highlights that we're able to kind of watch. So if you are a Dallas Cowboy fan, make sure you guys go follow him. But once again, this route here by CeeDee was fine, right? But you can tell Deron Bland guesses, right? He guesses right here, freezes, he stops, he's guessing that it's going to be either a comeback or a stop route. Guesses wrong, and that's all it takes in the NFL to let up a major touchdown. Just one false move, one false step, one freeze, you're done. And right here allows a big time catch here for CeeDee Lamb in one-on-ones. One guy that not only the reporters, but more importantly, the coaching staff has been very high on has been Tyler Booker. Here's a one-on-one with Solomon Thomas. Does a great job utilizing that leg strength and that, pure just power from those legs to hold Solomon Thomas back. And Solomon Thomas is not a small guy by any means. This is a big veteran who has made plays through his NFL career. Tyler Booker is impressing this coaching staff, at least so far. And let's actually dive a little bit more into 7-on-7s and 11-on-11s of today's portion of practice. So make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and comment down below a couple of players you're excited to see during the preseason. For me, it is going to be easily Jaden Blue for one of them. Another one, I'm going to say, it's going to be an interesting one for you guys. It's going to be Troy Pride Jr. because he has really worked his way up this depth chart with injuries. Fair. But I feel like I'm excited to see if he can actually cement himself a role within this defense. So those are my two guys I'm excited to see. Who are yours? Let's dive in. Miles Sanders out today. Javonte Williams and some other guys started to get even more first-team reps, and Javonte Williams has been getting them already. But here's a really good play right here. He's got some good one-cut ability, but also he's got good driving force as well. Once he puts that shoulder down, you can tell this is a guy that can just go through people. Like, he is not scared to lower the shoulder and just drive those feet. Right there does it. Picks up a nice chunkage of yards with the fullback in the backfield as well. Kind of just following his offensive lineman and going, man. I like Javonte Williams a lot. I think a lot of people are sleeping on what he can actually do for this team going into this year. A lot of people think that, they made a mistake letting Rico Dowdle go to Carolina. They made a mistake letting go of Tony Pollard, when that happened a couple years ago. But they know what they're doing. They have a bunch of guys here that they really do believe in talent-wise. And I'm starting to actually believe that they actually have a really good running back room with Javonte, Miles Sanders, Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa, Deuce Vaughn. A lot of versatility in that room that's going to help them throughout this year. Another guy that's playing really, really well for this defensive line right now is Perrion Winfrey. He's another interior defensive lineman for this team. Yes, you have Mozzie Smith. Yes, you have Osa, who's more of a 3 technique than he is a 0 technique, a nose, right? But Perrion Winfrey is a guy that is working his way up the depth chart. You have Jay Toya, you have Solomon Thomas, Ernest Brown, you got Tommy A, who they drafted in the 7th round. But this dude, Perrion Winfrey, which is, you guys can see him, he's kind of like behind this guy. He's right here. You see his helmet right here. Kind of reads, reacts, disengages, and helps with a stop right here on Jaden Blue. Great job by Winfrey. He is working his way up this depth chart. I like the interior defensive line for this team. I think they need some more development, but this is a guy that could definitely make this team right now, man. Working with the 2s, but he's definitely working his way up the depth chart. Here's a really good play, working off the play action here to Javonte Williams. We drop back. I wish I could see the secondary and how they looked right now, but I'm guessing it's a one-eye safety look because he steps up in the pocket, unleashes a missile, and we can tell the deep safety is nowhere near where he needs to be. Let me take myself off the screen here so you can kind of see the catch a little bit better, but he throws it down the field, wide open, George Pickens, touchdown. Beautiful. This tweet is actually from Nick Harris, a guy you guys need to go follow on Twitter or X if you haven't already done so. Again, amazing play action. You can argue maybe they end up getting a sack over here, but ultimately, bomb in one-on-one coverage right where it needs to be. That looks like it's Deron Bland, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go, man. I'm telling you, this offense is going to be a lot more deadly this year, especially off play action if there's single-eye safety coverage. Another interesting development, guys, is look at who the starting running back is on this play. You know what? I'm just going to take myself off the screen for you guys. Boom. All right, here we go. Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue getting some first-team opportunities. Dak Prescott falls. He seems to be okay, as well as a lot of other guys drop on the ground on this play specifically. But, hey, great job, Jaden Blue, rising up this depth chart and making a name for himself, man. Early on, maybe, what, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, we heard some rumblings going on that this man right here, Jaden Blue, was lazy, bad work ethic, bad workout habits. We heard it all. It was all fake. It was all fake, man. Jaden Blue, they're excited about Jaden Blue, and they would not be giving him first-team reps. I know Miles Sanders is out, but they would not be giving this man first-team reps if they didn't like the way the dude practiced. If they didn't like his work ethic, nah, they wouldn't be giving him first-team reps. Really quickly, guys, before we get any further, make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already done so. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. If you want more of these Dallas Cowboy updates, news, notes, highlights, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a video. And like I said, we'll cover the Cowboys throughout training camp, preseason, and regular season as well. Every game, we got you guys covered. Speaking of George Pickens, another ball here from Dak Prescott. They're getting this chemistry up really early in training camp this year. We have some eye candy in the backfield with some motion. And look at this. We are going to see the zone coverage. First thing we notice is we got like a hook curl here. We got this guy dropping back. This guy's in the flats. We're going to get a slant kind of right into the openness of this zone coverage. And it is beautiful job by Dak, kind of prematurely throwing this ball right into the window where it needs to be. That's great anticipation. George Pickens makes a great play. Again, they are starting to really understand how to work together at a high level. And I feel like George Pickens is filling into this offense almost perfectly. Look at CD gets over the middle, takes the hook curl. Right, we got kind of like a flat taking out the other linebacker, and then it's just great job, man. Let's go. Another guy I've been paying a lot of attention to within this defense is actually Kaiir Elam, man. A lot of people, and it's crazy, Buffalo fans always like, oh, he was terrible. He's never going to count to anything. He's never going to be anything. The dude was a high-end pick for a reason, okay? And maybe it didn't work out in Buffalo, but it doesn't mean it's not going to work out everywhere in his career. Right now, Dallas seems to be a really good spot for him. Right here, they're going to get into a quick block and release by the tight end. As he blocks, he's going to break out. And as Dak is on a bootleg, their hope is that Kaiir Elam overcommits to the bootleg of the quarterback and allows the tight end to break behind the defense for a nice little dump down, right? But instead, he plays this like perfectly, stays on the backside, maybe gets there a hair early. I'm not, no flags were thrown, okay? So that's good news. And then boom, swats that ball away. Now again, a lot of you guys are, if you're a Bills fan, you're gonna be like, nope, that's PI, that's pass interference. It is what it is, right? But ultimately, in my opinion, that's a good play. Good play. Hey, if the flag ain't thrown, and it might have been because he actually looks like he's pissed. Let's see. Maybe not. He looks fine. Again, good play. Now, a guy that impressed yesterday and is carrying it into today is Trayshawn Holden. Another touchdown on a long catch and a run from Joe Milton. He had a one-handed snag during yesterday's practice. So he is continuing to look good in these practices. So keep your eye on him during these preseason football games. See if he can ultimately make this team. But I am going to end the video here. Again, you guys need to go follow Joseph Hoyt, Nick Harris, Tommy Yarish, and so many more of these Dallas Cowboy media members for more updates from practice. Like I said, I'm ending my video here, but there's going to be more updates. There's going to be more news and notes and more highlights from today's practice. So go follow them. If you haven't already done so yet, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.